And good evening, everyone, and welcome to another night of high school football on Hometown Media. It is senior night for the Angola Hornets as they entertain the Garrett Railroaders. I'm Brett Briscoe. Mark Cockcroft has the night off, and we're looking for a good one tonight as both teams come in at 3-4 on the season. And Garrett's coming in off a 21-14 overtime win against Fairfield last week. Meanwhile, Angola is coming in after the Hornets lost 35-6 to a really good Andrean 59er team here last week. Garrett's a team that doesn't score a lot of points. In fact, the Railroaders come in averaging just 11 points per game, 11.3 to be exact, and they give up 16.6. They've been shut out twice this year, 36-0 at home against Eastside, and their very first game of the year, 7-0. They lost to Adams Central. They lost to DeKalb 28-7, and their other loss was to West Noble 16-7. So common losses they have are to West Noble, or is the only common loss that these two teams have. They both beat Fairfield. So it should be interesting tonight to see how they match up between the Hornets and the Railroaders, because both teams have really stout defenses. We'll come back and we'll get you set with the kickoff. Angola and Garrett, it's coming up next. You're watching high school football. It's powered by the Steuben County REMC on Hometown Media.
Steuben County REMC wants to give your students a memorable experience this summer. For an unforgettable day, high school students can apply for Page Day and spend the day in session with the Indiana Senate. High school students looking for a trip of a lifetime, check out the Indiana Youth Tour and have the Washington, D.C. experience. For your younger students in the 6th grade wanting to spread their wings, Touchstone Energy Camp is perfect for them. We can't forget the young artists in the family. Students of all ages can submit their artwork to the Cooperative Calendar Art Contest. Did I mention it's all free? Find out more information or apply at www.remcsteuben.com.
The hometown life is a good life. Morning coffee at a local cafe. Friendly people who always take the time to stop and say hello. Our hometown is a great place to build a future. We're here to help you do it.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Welcome to Sports Stop, located in the Lakeland Commons in Fremont, one of the largest sports cards and memorabilia shops in the state of Indiana, specializing in sports cards, Pokemon, Loricana, signed and unsigned memorabilia, and more.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Jeremy Bracey with RE/MAX Results. Jeremy's proud to serve our community with the same heart and dedication you see on game night. Whether you're buying your first home or selling your next, Jeremy's here to guide you every step of the way. Call Jeremy Bracey, 466-5037, and let's reach your goals together. Jeremy Bracey with RE/MAX Results. Tonight's game also brought to you in part by Autocraft Auto Body. They specialize in all kinds of work, collision repair, frame repair. They do custom paint and body work, and yep, they restore the classics. And remember, you're in charge of who repairs your damaged vehicle, not your insurance company. Call Robert Jamie, 260-665-0077, or stop by and see them 1001 South Wayne Street in Angola. Autocraft Auto Body, simply the best. Tonight's game also brought to you in part by Meeks for Sheriff. Steuben County needs a sheriff who knows our community and stands for our Constitution. Mike Meek is a lifelong Steuben County resident and nearly 30 years in law enforcement experience. As your current chief deputy, Mike has dedicated his career to protecting families, enforcing the law, and defending our conservative values. A proven leader, constitutional conservative, and the experienced choice to keep Steuben County safe. On May 5th, 2026, vote Mike Meeks, Sheriff of Steuben County. Ad paid for by Meeks for Sheriff.
This is where I work.
But this place,
It's also where I live.
Sometimes people talk about a community hospital.
and what they mean is a destination, a street address.
But here it's deeper than that.
Here, community is not about a place.
It's about people.
People who want help living healthier lives.
And the people helping them get there.
The true destination is health.
And that's why now it's in our name.
This is where I work.
But this place,
It's also where I live.
Sometimes people talk about a community hospital.
and what they mean is a destination, a street address.
But here it's deeper than that.
Here, community is not about a place.
It's about people.
People who want help living healthier lives.
And the people helping them get there.
The true destination is health.
And that's why now it's in our name.
Back at Hornet Field as we get ready for high school football tonight between Angola and Garrett. Hornets will be dressed in the all black jerseys, black pants, and purple helmets. Meanwhile, Garrett will be in the all white pants, white jerseys, and navy blue and maroon helmets as we get set to go here on a Friday night, the final Friday night home game for Angola, at least here in the regular season. We'll find out more as the IHSAA tournament draw is set to take place on Sunday. Hornets will wrap up the regular season next Friday night with a road trip down to Butler to take on the Eastside Blazers. Meanwhile, the Garrett Railroaders will wrap up their season next week as well. And 2 weeks from tonight, it'll be, as hard as it is to believe, the opening night of the IHSAA State Football Tournament. Angola won the toss, and they deferred to the second half. So they will start with their defense on the field. The Railroaders will send back deep to receive Caden Bush. He's a 5'10", 172-pound senior. Also back deep to receive for the Railroaders will be Alex Guzman, 5'10", 205. He's a senior as well. Of course, Garrett coming off a really impressive campaign last year where they made it all the way to the regional final. So Hawk Castleman set to put it in play as he gets ready to put toe to leather and get our final home Friday night of the regular season underway. And truly Friday night lights as darkness starts to creep in earlier and earlier, and we actually start under the lights. Hasselman's kick is going to come down to Bush at about the 10 across the 20, 25, finds a gap and up the middle all the way close to the 35-yard line, and that's where the Railroaders will go to work 1st and 10 on their first offensive possession of the night. They'll be led by quarterback Wyatt Hefty, just a sophomore, 6 foot, 170 pounds. Yeah, this is a Garrett team. They like to play smash mouth football. They've got some decent size up front. And Hefty will start out working from under center, which you just don't see that very often in high school football these days. Takes the snap, and they'll run it straight up the middle, and a big hole on 1st down, and a gain of 6 as Aiden Reed will set the Railroaders up with a 2nd down, and looks like it's going to be about 3. So a big play on 1st down for the Railroaders, brings up a 2nd down and 2. We're just underway here at Angola on a beautiful Friday night for high school football. Here's a pitch around the right side for Guzman. And that is going to be, looks like just short of the first down. Actually, no, they're moving. What are they doing here? They move the sticks. I don't think there was one official on the field that was doing the same thing. Well, the first down of the evening goes to the Railroaders. As Hefty again gets up under center, it's a bunch formation. They only use one wide receiver. And now flags fly, and that's going to be delay a game against Garrett.
Delay a game, Garrett. Will be first down and 15.
So that'll make it a first down and 15 for the Railroaders. Again, that bunch formation on 1st and 15. They send a man in motion. It's a toss sweep for Nussbaum looking for the corner. And there's just not a whole lot there. And it'll bring up second down and long now for the Railroaders. And if you're Angola, you really want to put them in a passing situation.
Brings up second down.
And this is a team that primarily likes to keep the ball on the ground. And when you run into those, that can make for a very quick Friday night. Bush again under center, takes the snap, looks to throw for the first time, rolls out near side, throws on the run. It's low and incomplete. Intended for Josh Hogel. And now to bring up a third down and long for the Railroaders. It'll be third down and 13, 9:58 to play here in the opening quarter. And Bush again will work from under center on third and long. He's got one tailback. And the handoff goes around the left side for Nussbaum. And he is going to be run out of bounds near midfield. In fact, they'll mark him just across midfield. And it's going to bring up fourth down. And let's see what the Railroaders elect to do here. I haven't seen the punt team come on just yet. It'll be fourth down and about 3, and the Railroaders are going to go for it. Big chance for the Angola defense to get a stop here, and there won't. The handoff goes to Aiden Reed, and the pile still moving forward inside the 40 and all the way to the 35-yard line.
Run by number 1, Aiden Reed for a first down.
And ends up being a 13-yard run and gives the Railroaders a first down, and that pile moved about 8 or 9 yards after contact. This time, Bush going to keep the football, and he is tackled from behind. Rupel there to make the stop for Angola.
Tackled by Knox brings up second down.
Niles Knox in on the stop as well. No gain. It'll bring up a second down and 10. Bush again from under center. And again, it's that counter move, trying to bounce it to the outside, but making a nice tackle from behind was Tyler Rupel, as Alex Guzman was trying to get to the corner.
Brings up third and short.
It'll bring up a third down. Third down and 3 for the Railroaders. Clock already down to 7:48 to play here in the opening quarter. Here's a handoff up the middle, and there is absolutely not much there, but still churning his legs, trying to make something out of nothing was Aiden Reed, and he's going to be close to the first down.
Run by number 1, Aiden Reed. Tackle by number 14, Hawk Hasselman. Brings up a 4th down.
It'll be a 4th down and 1 now for the Railroaders. Trying for their second consecutive 4th down conversion. Looked like they had Reed stopped at the line of scrimmage, but he was able to turn the legs and pick up the first down. And here's a quarterback sneak, and that's going to be enough for the first down. It'll move the sticks and set up a new set of downs for Garrett.
Tackle by number 70, Eric Nielsen.
21 points the Railroaders scored last week in that overtime win at Fairfield was the second most points they'd scored all year. Their season high in points was 28. Every play so far tonight has been run from under center. And this time they try it just off left tackle with Nussbaum. And didn't look like he got much, but it's still going to be a gain of 3 or 4.
Brings up 2nd down.
That 28 that Garrett scored was a 28-7 win over Lakeland. And that speaks volumes, though, for the Railroader defense, that they would hold that potent Lakeland offense to just 7 points. 2nd down and 7. Bush with a handoff, and in there to make the first hit for Angola was Eric Nielsen.
Run by 24, Nussbaum. Tackle by number 62, Lentz.
Lentz will get credit with the tackle, but Nielsen made the first hit and slowed him down. It'll be 3rd down and 7 now for the Railroaders. Obviously, ever since they've crossed the 50-yard line, it's been 4-down territory. And we've got flags on the snap. And the officials will get together and confer. And it's going to be a false start against Garrett. And that changes the playbook just a little bit, as that'll make it 3rd down and 12. Let's drive for Garrett now. Over 7 minutes long. Here's Bush to throw. Over the middle, it's incomplete. In and out of the hands of his receiver, Josh Hogel. And it'll be 4th down now, 4th and 12. As we're already down to 4:45 to go in the first quarter. And Garrett will go for it on 4th and 12. Chance for the Angola defense to come up with a big stop here early in this game. Bush takes the snap, rolls to the near side, looking to run, finds some space, and he is going to be knocked out of bounds near the 20. And that's going to be well short of the first down, and Angola will take over on downs. As Hasselman gets credit with the tackle, and we'll see the Angola offense on the field for the first time tonight. Ravis, the quarterback, shovel pass to Hasselman, looking for the right corner. Still on his feet, leans forward, and he's got a gain of about 3 or 4 on first down. First touch of the night for a Hawk Hasselman. And it'll be a second down and long now for Angola. First quarter going by at breakneck speed. Garrett showing blitz. Here's a handoff. Davidson made one man miss, but couldn't get around the corner. And nothing but white jerseys there as he is going to be taken down. Aiden Reed. Alex Guzman in there as well. Loss of 2 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 8. Garrett showing blitz. Here comes Reed. Ravis gets rid of it over the middle, and it's incomplete, intended for Gruner. But busting through was Reed, and he was putting the pressure on Brady Ravis. And we've got a flag on the play. The official's over talking to Coach Andy Thomas. And it's a false start against Angola. So play doesn't count. They'll mark off 5, and Angola is going to look at a 3rd down and 13. Well, how does a false start?
Punt for Angola, number 6, Landon Buzzard. Back to receive, number 8, Hogel, and number 44, Guzman.
That makes no sense. So Landon Buzzard on to punt. And Garrett came after it, but Buzzard gets away a good kick. And it is fielded by Guzman, and he's going to return it back across the 50 all the way to the Angola 47-yard line. And that's where Garrett's second offensive possession of the night will begin.
Tackle on the play by 1, Dallas Davidson, and number 33, Braden Perkins.
So we saw Garrett move the ball not easily, but consistently their first drive. And they got deep into Angola territory, and a false start penalty pushed them back to a 3rd and 13, and they couldn't recover. So Bush again will work under center. And the handoff, first touch of the night for Felden, and he is going to be driven backwards, but they'll stop his forward progress at the 47. It's going to be a loss of about 1 and bring up a 2nd down and 11 for the Railroaders. First touch of the night for Felden goes for negative yardage. And the Railroaders now look at a 2nd down and 11, already down to 2:28 to play here in the first quarter. No score. Angola has ran a grand total of 3 plays. Little sugar huddle by the Railroaders just off the line of scrimmage. The pace that Garrett plays at, those 3 plays may be all Angola gets here in the first quarter. And the first time tonight they work out of the shotgun, and Bush keeps the football, and he's trying to get to the far sideline, and he's finally ran out of bounds. But that'll move the sticks for the Railroads as they go to the shotgun, and Bush runs it on the quarterback keeper as Duncan runs him out of bounds. So 1st and 10 Railroaders, ball right on the 30-yard line. And again, they'll work out of the shotgun. And nowhere to run that time. Second carry of the night for Carter Felden. And it goes absolutely nowhere as Nielsen there for the stop.
Number 70, Eric Nielsen, bring up 2nd down.
I'll officially give him a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Felden again, the running back. And again, nowhere to run.
Run by 32, Fielden. Tackled by number 70, Eric
And Nielsen gets another tackle. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 9 now for the Railroaders. Under a minute to play in the first quarter. It's been a quarter that's been dominated time-wise by Garrett, but still scoreless. Bush again will work out of the gun. Fakes the handoff, rolls out, throws on the run, and that's incomplete. And it'll bring up a 4th down and 9. So another chance for the Angola defense to get off the field with no points allowed.
Dallas Davidson with the coverage. Brings up 4th down.
So that'll bring up 4th down now for the Railroaders. Again, the handoff straight up the middle. Goes to Fielden. And no, nearly enough for the 1st down, and that'll be another turnover on downs for Garrett. And the Hornets will get the ball back with 34 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. Boy, other than a couple of penalties, the clock barely stopped in this quarter. Ravis brings the offense back out onto the field. Handoff to Hasselman, looking for a seam, trying to bounce it to the outside. Leans forward, and he's going to be shot just shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of about 5, and it'll set Angola up with a 2nd and 5 from right at the 30-yard line, just shy of the 30. Well, that may be the final play of the quarter. Clock down to 3 seconds, and it will be. Angola runs a grand total of 3 plays in that first quarter. And after one, no score here between Angola and Garrett. You're watching high school football on Hometown Media.
Steuben County REMC wants to give your students a memorable experience this summer. For an unforgettable day, high school students can apply for Page Day and spend the day in session with the Indiana Senate. High school students looking for a trip of a lifetime, check out the Indiana Youth Tour and have the Washington, D.C. experience. For your younger students in the 6th grade wanting to spread their wings, Touchstone Energy Camp is perfect for them. We can't forget the young artists in the family. Students of all ages can submit their artwork to the Cooperative Calendar Art Contest. Did I mention it's all free? Find out more information or apply at www.remcsteuben.com.
Are you ready to join the Triton Metal Products starting lineup? You could be a Triton if you have grit, a strong work ethic, and you're ready to make a meaningful difference in your life. Triton offers excellent pay, great benefits, and we will train you. Join an elite team of minds plus machines. Apply now at tritonmp.com/careers.
No score between Angola and Garrett as we move on to the second quarter after a very quick first quarter. A quarter that was dominated by the Railroaders. He had the ball for 10 and a half of the 12 minutes. Angola looks at a 2nd down and 5. Ravis takes the low snap, and the handoff goes to Hasselman, and he leans forward, and that's going to be close to the 1st down. It appears he's got it. Judging from the outside side judge, he looks like he's got the 1st down. He's right at the sticks. And he does. 1st down Angola, their first down of the night.
And that is a 1st down Hornets.
Two wide receivers to the near side. Handoff to Hasselman, and Garrett was prepared for that. And they drive him backwards. And now a late flag's going to come in, and that'll give Angola another 1st down. A little unnecessary roughness, I think, is going to be the call against Garrett. We'll get the official call. Officials rather animated. Really was out of our side over there. Unsportsmanlike against Garrett. And that'll cost him 15, and it'll give Angola a 1st down. And that's going to move the ball all the way up close to the Angola 45-yard line. So a big break for the Hornets because the Garrett defense was all over that run play, and it was going to lose 2 or 3 yards. But instead, Angola picks up 15 via the penalty. Nose of the football just shy of the 45. Ravis again will work out of the shotgun. He's got Hasselman flanked off to his right. Rolls, looks to throw for the first time, and that's complete to Ruppel. And he is knocked down at the Garrett 49-yard line, a gain of 6. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 4. In on the tackle for the Railroaders, number 8, Josh Hogle. Rivas completes his first pass of the night. Second down and 4 for Angola. And again, it's Hasselman. Reverses field, and he's got another 1st down as he's across the 45, close to the Garrett 44-yard line.
Tackle by 24, Braden Nussbaum. That'll be 1st down, Hornets.
Third 1st down on this drive for Angola after going 3 and out on their first possession. 2 by Hasselman, 1 by penalty. Ravis again will work out of the gun. They send Davidson in motion, and they fake the jet sweep, and Ravis keeps the football, and he leans forward close to the 40. Looks like they're going to spot him closer to the 39.
Run by number 15, Brady Ravis.
And it'll bring up a 2nd down and long now for Angola.
We'll bring up 2nd down.
Ravis again out of the gun. They do the reverse counter to Davidson up the middle. 1st down and more. Dallas bounces to the outside all the way down to the Garrett 25-yard line.
Run by number 1, Dallas Davidson.
A gain of 16 for Dallas Davidson and another Angola 1st down. That play has been successful for Angola more times than not this year. Ravis again will go out of the gun. Takes the snap. There's the pitch to Hasselman. a wall of white jerseys, but Hasselman outruns him to the corner. And he's got a short gain on first down as he's driven out of bounds.
Chased out of bounds by number 23, Jackson McDowell.
McDowell gets credit with a tackle for running him out of bounds. And it'll bring up a second down at about 7 or 8 for Angola, depending on the spot. Angola trying to keep the drive alive on second down and 7. Hasselman again, burst of speed off right tackle, and he's inside the 15. And looked like maybe the ball might have come loose, judging by the way they reacted.
Run by number 14, Hawk.
That's going to be enough to move the sticks and give Angola a 1st and 10 inside the 15-yard line.
First down, Hornets.
Not sure why the clock stopped, but well, the Hornets trying to get on the board first. They turned back a couple of drives by Garrett to start the game and then went 3 and out, but this has been a very well-sustained drive by the Hornets. And this is Davidson looking to turn the corner, and he runs out of bounds with a guy on his back.
Run by number 1, Dallas Davidson. Tackling by number 1.
And now a late flag's going to come in.
Flag on the play.
Looked like there might have been some extracurricular after that play. I'm not sure who this is going to be on. We'll have to see. It looked like words were exchanged on both sides. Referee talking it over with the side judge. And they yet need some more conversation. I'm starting to get a little heated now. So here comes the official call. Personal foul, unsportsmanlike against Garrett. And it'll be half the distance to the goal, which Angola can't pick up a first down on half the distance.
Penalty is on Garrett. Personal foul. Half the distance to the goal line. The first down, Angola.
Well, they did give him the first down. So now it'll be 1st and goal, Hornets at the 5-yard line. That's the second unsportsmanlike called on Garrett here in this first half. So they'll rewind the clock, the play clock anyway, as Angola has it 1st and goal at the 5. So it is second down because on the half the distance they couldn't pick up the first down, and Ravis takes a big hit right about the line of scrimmage on the quarterback keeper.
Tackled by number 28, Blake Lewis.
And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Bring up 3rd down.
And 5. Angola had it just outside the 5-yard line, so theoretically they could get a first down inside the 1. Ravis to throw. That's complete. Gruner, touchdown! Six-yard touchdown pass. Brady Ravis to Braden Gruner. And Angola's on the board first. 6-0 Hornets, 7:36 to play here in the first half. That was a very well-sustained drive by the Hornets, but aided by two huge unsportsmanlike penalties against the Railroaders. And now Hasselman will try and kick the extra point. Crew Weber will be the holder. Snap is good, hold is good, and the kick right down the middle. And Angola is on the board first. After Garrett's dominated possession here in the first half, Angola gets the game's first points. We're back after this. You're watching high school football. It's powered by the Steuben County REMC.
Ever thought the day would come where you could apply for a mortgage from the comfort of your living room or home office? With our online loan application, you can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting a loan approval fast and easy. Our local bankers are available to assist you if you have any questions. We're an equal housing lender.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
7-0 Angola, as their drive was aided by two unsportsmanlike penalties from Garrett. And they connect on a 5-yard touchdown pass from Ravis to Gruner. Hasselman adds the extra point, and the Hornets have a 7-0 lead. Bush and Guzman back deep to return it for the Railroaders, and it's going to come down to Bush, and he bobbles the football, and it is back into the end zone, and now he's got nowhere to go, and he's tackled at the 5. Boy, and he's fortunate he was able to get it back out to the 5-yard line. And now the Railroaders, instead of having decent field position, will start backed up in the shadow of their own goal line.
At their own 6-yard line.
Boy, and if you're Angola, this is where you would really want to try and force a 3-and-out. Bush will work from under center, sends Guzman in motion. And they'll keep it on the ground as they try to run it off right tackle. There's not much there. Of course, maybe a little more conservative right now for the Railroaders as Carter Fielden got the carry. And Gus Haven in there to make the stop for Angola. Gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Under 7 to play here in the first half. 2nd down and 9. Garrett Bush again will work from under center. Takes the snap. And it's going to be a safety. That's a safety for Angola. I'm not sure what that, or are they saying he was not in the end zone? Boy, it looked like he was in the end zone. Even the delayed replay that we see on the YouTube feed showed that he was in the end zone, but now Garrett really up against it. 3rd down and 12. The ball just barely off the goal line. That's about as close as you can get and not be a safety. Bush under center. And now Garrett's going to take a timeout. 5:56 to play. We'll take it with him. We're back after this. You're watching high school football. It's powered by the Steuben County REMC on Hometown Media.
Welcome to Sports Stop, located in the Lakeland Commons in Fremont. one of the largest sports cards and memorabilia shops in the state of Indiana, specializing in sports cards, Pokemon, Loricana, signed and unsigned memorabilia, and more.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Jeremy Bracey with Remax Results. Jeremy is proud to serve our community with the same heart and dedication you see on game night. Whether you're buying your first home or selling your next, Jeremy's here to guide you every step of the way. Call 260-466-5037 and let's reach your goals together. Jeremy Bracey with Remax Results. And Garrett from their own goal line will just try to give themselves a little bit of space. That'll bring up fourth down, and they'll have to punt it as Bush had the quarterback keeper. And for the first time tonight, the Garrett punt team will come onto the field as Bush on the quarterback keeper gives them a little bit of breathing room. Still going to be punting from their own end zone. Hasselman goes back to receive as he stands back at about his own, or at the Garrett 44-yard line. So this should give Angola really good field position. And now flags fly, and that may have been, somebody may have jumped for Garrett a little early. So that'll be half the distance to the goal. And now it's going to also push the punter back right near the back line of the end zone. Any kind of bad snap or bobble could be disastrous right here. Good snap. And he gets away a decent punt. Hasselman will field it, bobbles it. Now it's loose. Angola able to jump on it. I think Bo Miller was able to jump on that football. Or was it Crew Weber? Looked like Crew Weber was no, I think it was Bo Miller. Bo Miller. So Bo Miller recovered the muffed punt. Fortunate for Angola, they'll keep the football. But they've got it in really good field position at the Garrett 35-yard line.
First down, Hornets at the 31-yard line.
And a chance to add to the score before they go into the locker room. Now another discussion with the officials. And more discussion. Nothing has been simple tonight, that's for sure. So now we got it all straightened out, whatever it was. Ravis takes the snap, and he's going to keep the football, leans forward, and he's got a gain of 2 or 3 on first down as the clock goes under 5 minutes to play here in the first half. Angola with the 7-0 lead. As Ravis looks over to the sideline for the play, now he will relay it. Hornets trying to get back to 500, 4-4 on the season, and the same for the Railroaders. They fake the shovel pass to Davidson and give it to Hasselman, and the ball comes out, and Garrett says they've recovered, and they have.
Run by Hassel, number 14. Fumble the ball, recovered by Garrett. Recovered by number 8, Hogel.
So,
to be Garrett possession.
First turnover of the night for Angola. And now Garrett gets the ball back with 4:25 to go, and they've got to feel like they got bailed out big time after they were snapping the ball from about the half-yard line to punt. Bush trying to get to the corner. Good pursuit by Angola. And there's not much there. In fact, he's going to lose a couple of yards as Niles Knox stretched that play out to make the tackle. Hard to believe, but our first girls basketball broadcast of the season will come up 3 weeks from Tuesday. Here's Bush to throw, sets up deep down the side. He's got a man, and he's got it. That was a heck of a catch by Hogel. He stretched out and pulled it in on his fingertips. And the Railroaders have it into Angola territory at the 38-yard line. What hurts about that last Angola turnover, if they could have scored and ran the clock down, they would have gotten the ball to start the third quarter as well. That's the first completion through the air tonight for Caden Bush. And they'll go right back to the ground. And a nice gain on first down as Scholl there to make the tackle. Carter Fielden got the carry for Garrett.
There she is, Aaliyah.
Second down and 6. And Bush again will keep the football, leads forward to about the 30. And it'll bring up a third down and 2.
Bring up third down.
Actually didn't get as good a spot as it looked like. It's going to be more like third down and 3. Looked like he made it to the 30, but they spot him at the 31. 2:27 to play before halftime. 7-0 Angola. That's Braden Nussbaum out wide to the near side at the bottom of your screen. And they'll keep it on the ground again with Fielden, and he's got enough for the first down inside the 25 to about the 23.
Tackled by number 3, Tyler Rupel.
Garrett still with 2 timeouts to play with. Clock continues to run. This will take us under 2 minutes. Third time the Railroaders have gotten deep into Angola territory. Both of the other times they had a penalty send them backwards and they couldn't recover. Bush from under center. Fielden gets the handoff again, and a flag comes down. They'll blow the play dead.
The flag on the play.
And again, it looks like it's going to be a penalty against Garrett. And the third time it's been a false start.
Penalty on Garrett, false start.
That sent them backwards after they got deep into Angola territory. We're down to 1:43 to play here in the first half.
Down and 15 for Garrett.
And a half to this point that's only taken about 45 minutes to play. It's been a quick first half, and that even includes the second quarter. It's kind of slowed down and stalled out a little bit. Coming up at halftime, we'll have the Angola Marching Hornet Band. So 1st and 15 for Garrett. They rewind the clock as we go under a minute and a half to play. And they'll keep it on the ground, Fielden again, churning those legs, and he's all the way back down to the 20. That'll be a gain of 7. Garrett will take their second timeout of the half. And they'll be looking at a second down and about 7. When we come back, you're watching high school football. It's powered by the Steuben County REMC.
This is where I work.
But this place,
It's also where I live.
Sometimes people talk about a community hospital.
and what they mean is a destination, a street address.
But here it's deeper than that.
Here, community is not about a place.
It's about people.
People who want help living healthier lives.
And the people helping them get there.
The true destination is health.
And that's why now it's in our name.
Autocraft Auto Body, they specialize in it all, from collision repair, frame repair. They do custom paint and body work and even restore the classics. And they remind you that you get to choose who repairs your damaged vehicle, not your insurance company. Stop and see Robert Jamie for an estimate, 1001 South Wayne Street in Angola, or give them a call, 260-665-0077. Autocraft Auto Body in Angola. Down to a minute 17 to play here in the first half. Garrett looks at a 2nd down and 7 from the Angola 20-yard line. And again, Fielden gets the carry, tries to cut it back to the inside, and has his legs taken out from him at the 10. And that's a first down. And Garrett will take their 3rd and final time. Nope, they're not. Clock will continue to run as this will take us under a minute to play. Big chance for this Angola defense to come up with a stop. And now Bush took a knee. And now Garrett will burn a timeout, which I don't understand that, because they just ran off about 12 seconds and lost a down.
Garrett calls timeout.
Or are they going to take the timeout before the knee was down?
And final timeout.
I guess the timeout came before the kneel, but they still lost about 12 seconds. Back after this, you're watching high school football on Hometown Media.
Are you ready to join the Triton Metal Products starting lineup? You could be a Triton if you have grit, a strong work ethic, and you're ready to make a meaningful difference in your life. Triton offers excellent pay, great benefits, and we will train you. Join an elite team of minds plus machines. Apply now at tritonmp.com/careers.
Back at Cameron Field at Hornet Stadium, 54 seconds remain here in the first half. Railroaders, they did charge them the down. It'll be 2nd down and 11, and 54 seconds to go. So let's see what they come up with here, and let's see if the Angola defense can come up with a big stop. Bush will work out of the gun. And again, they'll keep it on the ground with Fielden, and Angola will stand him up. And Garrett has no timeout, so that'll bring up 3rd down.
Tackled by Knox, and Haven brings up 3rd down. Garrett.
It'll be 3rd down and 11. And the Railroaders, man, this is a tough spot with no timeouts. Clock down to 30 seconds. Bush rolls, throws, and it's complete. Did he get out of bounds? No, he did not. And now they're going to try to run the field goal unit on. Trying to get set up, and they've got plenty of time. It's down to 12. 11. Here's the snap, and the kick is on the way. And it is good. Well played by the Garrett Railroaders in sort of fire drill fashion. And they get the field goal with 4 seconds to go here in the half. And players running on, running off, trying to figure out where to line up, and they were able to pull it off. And now, with 4 seconds left in the half, if you're Angola, a big thing you want to do here is just not give it up and let Garrett score an easy point, maybe on a fumble on the kickoff return or something. Be content at the very least to go in up 7-3 at the break, knowing you're going to get the ball back to start the 4th quarter. Well, I know that's the thing that probably gets practiced the least in practice is the chaotic on and off for a field goal, and Garrett played it very well. Hasselman and Davidson will go back deep to receive for Angola.
41,
as Jaden Conrad, who just kicked the field goal, comes back on to kick off. Conrad to kick it, and it's a squib kick, takes a big bounce, and Hasselman will grab it out of the air at the 20, 25, and he'll return it out across the 30 to about the 32, and that will take us to halftime.
Tackled by number 10, Martin, out to the 38-yard line.
A lot of action, very little scoring. Angola leads at 7-3 here at the break. Coming up, we'll have the Angola Marching Hornets here on Hometown Media.
Angola Marching Hornets, you may take the field.
You know he's doing his job out there if they're doing it. Yeah. That's why he signed my boat. Not this year. Better than the 1 year before. Hey, as long as I get better year by year, I about scraped the bottom. I'll shoot those this year, I guess. You've never seen it. Oh, that's 3 years right there. Oh, the last one. He just got heavier. Right.
This is where I work.
But this place,
It's also where I live.
Sometimes people talk about a community hospital.
and what they mean is a destination, a street address.
But here it's deeper than that.
Here, community is not about a place.
It's about people.
People who want help living healthier lives.
and the people helping them get there.
The true destination is health.
And that's why now it's in our name.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Welcome to Sports Stop, located in the Lakeland Commons in Fremont, one of the largest sports cards and memorabilia shops in the state of Indiana, specializing in sports cards, Pokemon, Loricana, signed and unsigned memorabilia, and more.
Steuben County REMC wants to give your students a memorable experience this summer. For an unforgettable day, high school students can apply for Page Day and spend the day in session with the Indiana Senate. High school students looking for a trip of a lifetime, check out the Indiana Youth Tour and have the Washington, D.C. experience. For your younger students in the 6th grade wanting to spread their wings, Touchstone Energy Camp is perfect for them. We can't forget the young artists in the family. Students of all ages can submit their artwork to the Cooperative Calendar Art Contest. Did I mention it's all free? Find out more information or apply at www.remcsteuben.com.
Back at the Hive in Angola, good first half between the Hornets and the Garrett Railroaders. Angola with a 7-3 lead. And Garrett, I know some of their discussion at halftime had to be about penalties because the touchdown drive Angola had, Garrett had a couple of unsportsmanlike penalties on that drive. And they also had multiple false starts at really crucial times that really threw what were some pretty impressive drives off schedule and forced them to give the ball up on down. So I'm sure that's one thing that was talked about in the Railroader locker room at halftime. And for Angola, I guess, pretty much the same old. Just do what you're doing. You're up 7-3. And Garrett dominated the time of possession in that half, and Angola has the lead here at the break by a score of 7-3. It'll be Hornet ball to start the third quarter. They won the toss to start the game and deferred to the second half. And they were able to stop Garrett on downs inside the 25-yard line on the Railroaders' opening drive. But then Angola went 3 and out on their first possession. Their second possession did not come until the second quarter, and the Hornets were able to take it 54 yards for the touchdown. They used about 6 minutes off the clock. It was a 5-yard pass from Ravis to Gruner, and Hasselman added the extra point. Meanwhile, for Garrett, their lone points come on a 32-yard field goal from Jaden Conrad. In kind of fire drill fashion, as they were out of timeouts, they were trying to run some players off, run the field goal unit on, and they were able to pull it off in less than 20 seconds and get the field goal. So Conrad will kick it off to start the third quarter. Hasselman and Davidson back deep to return it for Angola. Conrad with the left foot, squibs it out, picked up by Davidson at the 16, looking for a hole. Dallas up the middle, and he's knocked down at the 35. So not bad field position for the Hornets to start their opening drive here in the third quarter. Both of these teams have really tried to lean on a ball control offense and tried to run the clock, and for that reason, we had a very quick first half. So Ravis will bring the offense back out onto the field. Hasselman flanked to his right. He's got 2 wide receivers to the near side. That's Gruner and Rupel, and they go with Hasselman, and he is hit in the backfield and dropped for a 5-yard loss. Actually, they'll say it's a 4-yard loss back to the 31.
Second down, Angola.
And it'll be second down and about 13 for the Hornets. Ravis again will work out of the gun. Takes the snap. Again, they go to Hasselman looking for the corner. Cuts it back to the inside, but good pursuit by that Garrett defense, particularly Chase Egley, to make the tackle.
Hasselman, tackled by number 35, Centuroni, brings up third down.
And now to be third down and long for the Hornets. I'm going to see if they can find something big here. Ravis takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Now Ravis going to run, turns the corner, finds some running room, and he is out across the 40. They're going to say he stepped out at about the 42-yard line. And still, even though it's only about 4 yards to the first down, Andy Thomas says, let's send the punt team on and see if we can pin Garrett back a little bit deeper. As Landon Buzzard comes on to kick, Guzman goes back deep to return it for Garrett. And Garrett's not convinced that this is a punt. They are playing for the fake, but Angola will punt it away. And Guzman will let it bounce, and it'll take a Angola roll inside the 20 as Rupel trying to push it along, and they'll down it at about the 16-yard line. So Buzzard comes on and does his job, flips the field. And the Railroaders will start at their own 16-yard line on their first possession of the second half. They have went to the air very sparingly. In fact, quarterback Kyle Bush completed just one pass, but it was a big one to Josh Hogel on that drive late in the first half that eventually ended in a field goal. In fact, that was a play that extended the drive and got them into Angola territory. Bush again under center where he's been most of the night. Takes the handoff, and that's off right guard, and there's not much there. It'll be second down and long for Garrett. As on the carry, it was Aiden Reed.
Run by number 1, Reed. Tackled by number 33, Braden Perkins. Brings up
Perkins gets credit with a tackle for the Hornets. And this is pretty much the MO we saw on the opening drive for Garrett. Very methodical and very time-consuming. Second down and 8. Bush again under center. Takes the snap. Looks to keep the football, and there's just not much there. It's going to be third down and long for the Railroaders.
Keeper by number 7. Tackled by number 66, Owen Scholl.
Still going to be third down and about 6. That's a huge play right here for the Angola defense. See if they can try and get the ball back. Both teams trying to get back to 500 heading into the final week of the regular season. Bush takes the snap, loads up deep down the sideline, got a man out there, and it's knocked away and deflected. Heck of a play by Tyler Rupel. And that'll bring up fourth down for the Railroaders.
Tyler Rupel brings up fourth down.
That was a great play by Tyler Rupel. If you're headed out on fall break, maybe on the drive down to Florida and you've got us tuned in tonight, glad to have you. Or maybe you got an early start and you're already in Florida. A little bit of a high snap, but not a problem. That was almost blocked. The low kick will take a Garrett roll and come to rest inside the 45-yard line as they'll let it roll just to about the 39. That ended up being a really good roll as Hogel downs it at the 39.
Angola will take over 1st and 10.
And that's where the Hornets will go to work 1st and 10, about where they gave up the ball on their last drive. Ravis brings the offense back out onto the field. 2 wide receivers up top of your screen. Hasselman flanked off to Ravis's left. He gets the handoff, cut it back up the middle, finds a hole and runs it straight ahead into Garrett territory.
Run by number 14, Hasselman.
For the first down.
Number 44, Guzman.
That's a gain of 14.
The result of the play is a Hornet first down.
And that'll move the sticks. Hornets quickly to the line of scrimmage. 8:20 to play, third quarter. With the way this game's gone, if you could get up 2 scores, that would be huge. Ravis takes the snap, rolls, sets up. Now he's going to tuck it and run. In a little bit of trouble, got away, still on his feet. And he's back to the original line of scrimmage. And it'll bring up second down now for Angola. Looked like Ravis was going to get away there for a minute, but
Scramble by number 15,
once he got held off, there were other white jerseys coming to assist, and just wasn't anywhere to go. So it'll be second down and 10. Clock continues to run already at 7:34 here in the third quarter. Davis takes the snap, handoff to Hasselman, and there's just nothing there. Garrett all over that one, and it's going to bring up a third down and long.
14, Hasselman, tackled by number 45, Egley. Now bring up third down.
Begley gets credit with a tackle as we go under 7 to play third quarter. Hornets with their second offensive possession here in the second half. Every yard offensively for both teams tonight has really been like gold. Lewis takes the snap again. They'll hand it to Hasselman, trying to bounce it to the outside, and now he's going to be run out of bounds, but that's going to lose a few more pounds, and looks like there were some extracurriculars over there on the sideline.
Run out of bounds by number 14, Hasselman. It's fourth down, Angola.
So now that'll bring the punt team on again.
Number 6, Buzzard.
As Buzzard comes on to punt. And Garrett going to set up to return this one. As they're going to send not only Guzman back to receive, but Josh Hogel back to return it as well.
Number 8, Hogel, and number 44, Guzman.
Not content to let this one roll out. Well, Ravis late to get out onto the field. Now we're set to go. A little bit of a high snap, and Buzzard gets away a high kick. And it's going to bounce and take a sideways bounce and die out of bounds at about the 32-33 yard line. So that's where Garrett will go to work.
At the 32-yard line. It'll be Garrett
First and 10 on their second possession of the second half. It's been a defensive struggle for both teams as defense has dominated this game. Each team had a drive where They moved the ball really, really well and ended up with points, but that's been about it tonight. And now Angola is going to burn their first time out of the second half. Comes with 6:22 to play in the third. We'll take it with them. We're back after this. You're watching high school football. It's powered by the Steuben County REMC on Hometown Media.
Are you ready to join the Triton Metal Products starting lineup? You could be a Triton if you have grit, a strong work ethic, and you're ready to make a meaningful difference in your life. Triton offers excellent pay, great benefits, and we will train you. Join an elite team of minds plus machines. Apply now at tritonmp.com/careers. Are you ready to join the Triton Metal Products starting lineup? You could be a Triton if you have grit, a strong work ethic, and you're ready to make a meaningful difference in your life. Triton offers excellent pay, great benefits, and we will train you. Join an elite team of minds plus machines. Apply now at tritonmp.com/careers.
So Garrett takes over 1st and 10 out of the timeout at their own 32-yard line. And didn't quite catch it, but Hawk Hasselman now wearing number 24 after having his number 14 jersey ripped. Here's a pass, and that's going to go out of bounds, and that was a live ball. And it's going to cost the Railroaders about 6 yards. That pass was behind the line of scrimmage, so they're going to lose about 8 yards, and it's going to be 2nd down and 17 officially. I'm sure that's not quite the way that head coach Chris Albertine wanted to start this drive. They'll keep it on the ground, try to run it off left tackle, and a gang tackle by Angola will bring up a 3rd down and long.
44 Guzman with the run, tackled by number 62, Lucas Lentz.
Lucas Lentz in there, also Braden Perkins. And it's 3rd down and 15 for Garrett. And almost sacked. Haven almost had him. Now he's in trouble. Just throws it away. Tipped and intercepted. Angola intercepted the ball, and I think it was Dallas Davidson that come up with the interception.
This pass is picked off by number 1, Dallas Davidson.
And Angola is going to get the football in really good field position inside the Garrett 40. They'll mark it at the 35. First turnover of the night for the Railroaders. Ball was tipped. And Davidson there to pick it out of the air as he was about to fall out of bounds. Nice job of getting his feet in and forcing the turnover. Now Angola with a short field to work with. Again, Hasselman now wearing number 24. They fake the handoff to Davidson. Ravis up the middle for about 3. And it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Run by number 15, Ravis. Tackled by number 24, Nussbaum.
5:05 to play. 3rd quarter. Angola touchdown, the Garrett field goal, both coming in the 2nd quarter. Ravis to throw on the run. That's complete to the 30. And it's Davidson that made the catch.
Davidson's pass complete to number 1, Davidson.
Gain of 3. He'll bring up a 3rd down and 5.
3rd down and 5.
And Angola dials up on 3rd and 5. It's Hasselman dancing through the line, and he has got the first down. Needed to get to about the 26. He's down at the 24, and that's going to be a first down for the Hornets.
Number 24, Hasselman, tackled by number 24.
Some nifty footwork from Hawk to get through that traffic there at the line of scrimmage, and he picks up the first down. Clock continues to run. 3:40 here in the 3rd. Davidson goes in motion. They fake the jet sweep. The handoff goes to Hasselman, still on his feet, and he's down to the 10-yard line. That'll be a 13-yard run for Hawk Hasselman. And I think, do we have a flag on the play? It's going to be a hold against Angola, but I don't see the flag.
It'll be holding Angola.
Looks like it's out there about the 20-yard line, maybe. So that'll nullify the run by Hasselman. And it'll be first down and 20 for the Hornets. Ravis will get a work out of the gun. They give it to Hasselman again, looking to bounce it to the outside, and not a lot there. Gets about 3 or 4 down to the 30, maybe to the 29. Now a late flag comes in again.
Number 62, Hunt. We have a flag on the play.
So let's see what this penalty's for. Officials again in a big discussion. They've had more than a couple of those tonight. And the flag came really late. And still no signal. And it's going to be another personal foul, and this one again is going to go against Garrett. So that'll cost him 15, and that will really bail Angola out of a hole. The Hornets were looking at a 2nd down and about 17 if the play would have stood. And that was going to be from about the 30-yard line. Instead, the penalty is going to move it all the way up to the 15, where it's still going to be 2nd down and about a yard. Ravis takes the snap again. It goes to Hasselman, looking to bounce it to the outside. They got him by the jersey, still loose. And now another flag is going to come in, and that's probably going to be holding against Angola. So,
we have a flag on the play.
Although I'm not sure that came in from the backfield or the defensive secondary. And Angola's walking backwards, so that's going to go against the Hornets. As it's gotten to the point now, Garrett and Angola just trading penalty yardage. But every single penalty, the crew has to have a 5-man discussion. It was either a penalty or not. So all that to call holding on the Hornets.
Holding is the call, penalty on Angola.
And Garrett
will decline the
Garrett will
penalty.
decline the penalty.
It brings up third down.
So it'll be third down and that's more than 8. Third down and about 11 for Angola. They'll send Hasselman out wide. They throw it over the middle. That's complete to Ruppel. He's got the first down, still on his feet. And a well-designed play, and Ruppel's got the first down. And flags again.
Several flags on the play.
And now another late flag. Things have been kind of chippy all night. And that last flag came in well after the play was over. Now there's 3 total flags on the play. This last 6-minute stretch has definitely not been a part of game film you'd want to show the youngsters. So now Coach Thomas is asking for an explanation from the side judge. And so they've got a roughing the passer call. And that was it. Well, there was a flag really late after the play was over.
During the play, you have personal foul on Garrett roughing the passer.
But what was the flag after the play was marked blown dead? Personal foul, roughing the passer. That penalty's declined. Face mask. And Angola will accept the face mask penalty.
The roughing the passer penalty has been declined.
So glad we got it all sorted out.
Face mask on Garrett. It'll be first down Hornets.
And now the referee is going to go over and talk to head coach Chris Alberton on the Garrett sideline. So that penalty came at the end of the run, right about the 5-yard line. So that should have been, I don't know, I give up. So it'll be first and goal. They spotted at the 4-yard line. After all that madness, that's what we end up with. First and goal, Angola. They'll wind the clock as we come up on the 2-minute mark of the third quarter. Ravis takes the snap, hands off to Davidson, and driving the pile forward for a gain of a couple maybe.
Run by number 1,
Oh boy, with as hard as points have been to come by tonight, to go up 2 scores going basically into the fourth quarter would be huge. Hasselman, touchdown. That's a big 6 points right there for the Hornets. As Hasselman takes it in from 3 yards out, his first touchdown of the night. And Angola has now run the lead to 10 at 13-3, and a chance to extend it to 11.
In for the extra point, the holder, number 12, Crew Weber. The kicker, number 24, Hawk Hasselman.
Jaspin Brown, the snapper, Crew Weber, the holder, Hasselman to kick. Snap, hold, kick, and Angola leads it 14-3.
Kick is good.
A minute 20 to play here in the third. Hornets lead it 14-3. We're back after this. You're watching high school football. It's powered by the Steuben County REMC on Hometown Media.
Ever thought the day would come where you could apply for a mortgage from the comfort of your living room or home office? With our online loan application, you can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting a loan approval fast and easy. Our local bankers are available to assist you if you have any questions. We're an equal housing lender.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Jeremy Bracey with RE/MAX Realty. RE/MAX Results is proud to serve our community with the same heart and dedication you see on game night. Whether you're buying your first home or selling your next, Jeremy is here to guide you every step of the way. Call 260-466-5037 and let's reach your goals together with Jeremy Bracey and RE/MAX Results, proud sponsor of Hornet Athletics. Deep into the third quarter, Angola has scored their second touchdown of the night to take what would appear to be a commanding 14-3 lead. As hard as offense for both teams has been to come by tonight. A minute 20 left here in the third quarter. And the kick from Hasselman is going to come down, and it's bobbled again. Picked up, though, and trying to advance it. In doing so, out close to the 30-yard line was Carter Fielded. Another almost disaster moment for Garrett. That is the second kick that they botched up tonight. And fortunately for the Railroaders, they were able to hang on to both of them. So they'll spot the nose of the football at the 30, where it'll be first down and 10. And for one of the very few times tonight, Bush is going to go to work out of the shotgun. Got fielded off to his right, and the handoff, and Angola all over at that time. No gain.
Run by number 32, Fielded. Tackled by number 35, Gus Haven.
Haven in on the tackle for Angola. That'll bring up second down and 10 now for Garrett. Under a minute to play, third quarter, 14-3 Angola. I mentioned Hornets will wrap up the regular season a week from tonight when they travel to Eastside. And we apologize for the video technical difficulties. I think we may have lost the battery upstairs, and Rusty will be working on that. Here's a pass over to the right side. That's intercepted. Down the sideline. And returning it back into Garrett territory as Tyler Ruppel comes up with a pick. And now Angola really, with a short field to work with, has a chance to put this game to bed going into the fourth quarter.
Tyler returns it to the 34-yard line.
They spot it at the 34, and that's where the Hornets will go to work first and 10. Angola will huddle up from the sideline. They'll go straight to the line of scrimmage. 22 seconds left in the quarter. And they have got a chance here, a golden opportunity to really make this a tough go for Garrett going into the fourth quarter. Garrett's a team that only averages 11.3 points per game on the season. Ravis to throw, looks downfield. He's got a man, Gruner, out there, and he just overshot him down the middle.
Ravis's pass is incomplete to number 2.
Angola was going for the jugular right off the bat, off the interception. Now they'll look at a second down and 10. Hand off to Hasselman, dances through the line, but there's just not much there, and that will take us
Tackle by Hasselman.
to the third quarter, or to the fourth quarter rather. Lewis gets credit for the tackle. That's it for the third quarter. Angola will take a 14-3 lead to the fourth. We are back after this. You're watching high school football. It's powered by the Steuben County REMC.
This is where I work.
But this place,
It's also where I live.
Sometimes people talk about a community hospital.
and what they mean is a destination, a street address.
But here it's deeper than that.
Here, community is not about a place.
It's about people.
People who want help living healthier lives.
And the people helping them get there.
The true destination is health.
And that's why now it's in our name.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Mike Meek for Steuben County Sheriff. Steuben County deserves a sheriff who knows our community and stands firm in our Constitution. Mike Meeks is a lifelong Steuben County resident with nearly 30 years of law enforcement experience. As your current chief deputy, Mike has dedicated his career to protecting families, enforcing the law, and defending our conservative values. A proven leader, a constitutional conservative, and the experienced choice to keep Steuben County safe. On May 5th, 2026, vote Mike Meeks for Steuben County Sheriff and paid for by Meeks for Sheriff. We go to the fourth. Angola with a 11-point lead, 14-3, as they look at a third down and 8 out of the quarter break. Ravis to throw, nearly intercepted. Ogle in on the coverage, and it'll bring up fourth down. And let's see what Angola elects to do right here. They could really pin Garrett deep if they decided to punt, but what are they going to do? Looks like they are going to go for it. Knox will come out. Thomas will check in, and he'll line up as a wide receiver. Down at the bottom of your screen, you see him right there, number 7. Rupel is in the slot to the left. Gruner, the wide receiver, all the way up to the top of your screen. Ravis to throw, deep down the sideline for Rupel, and it's incomplete. Angola went for the throat on 4th and 8, and the pass was just a little bit out of Rupel's reach. And Garrett will take over 1st and 10 at their own 33. Bush takes the snap, looks to keep it on the quarterback keeper, and maybe a couple. And it'll bring up a second down and 8.
With the keeper,
And Goal would be content with that for the rest of the night.
tackled by number 24, Hawk Hasselman.
Hasselman got credit with that last tackle. Yeah, they're going to load up that short side of the field. And again, the quarterback keeper. And that's going to be just enough for the first down. Actually, it was Newsbaum on the carry. As Keithan Duncan gets credit for the tackle, he needed 8. He got about 8.5. Reed, the running back, and they try to go up the middle. There's absolutely nothing working there. Tried to go up the gut, and nothing there. Gus Haven made the stop for Angola.
Brings up second down.
Haven, a 5'8", 160-pound junior. Second down and 9 as we tick under 10 minutes. Here's time for Blake Lewis. And it'll be third down and 9 for the Railroaders, who tonight have really struggled when they've gotten behind the chains. As long as they've been able to keep the down and distance manageable, they've functioned fairly well, but once they've got deep behind the chains, that's when they found their struggles. I think now it's third down and 9. Hogel, the receiver, all the way up at the top of your screen. Rolls out, and it's complete. Over on the far sideline, that's a first down and a whole lot more, and that's going to be a Garrett touchdown. And just like that, the Railroaders are back in it.
Number 28, Lewis. Lewis runs in the end zone for a
Blake Lewis,
touchdown.
we just mentioned him prior to the play, lined up at the top of the screen. He gets the touchdown. It's a 55-yard touchdown strike. And the Railroaders will go for 2 to try to get it back to within a field goal. Now it's a 5-point lead. That was the second big pass play converted by Bush tonight. And now the Railroaders will go for the 2-point conversion. Bush rolls out, throws on the run, and that is complete. And they get the 2-point conversion. Xander Martin hauls it in.
Number 10, Martin.
And it is a 14-11 ball game. Still anybody's contest. 9:46 to play here in the third. We're back after this. You're watching high school football on Hometown Media.
Steuben County REMC wants to give your students a memorable experience this summer. For an unforgettable day, high school students can apply for Page Day and spend the day in session with the Indiana Senate. High school students looking for a trip of a lifetime, check out the Indiana Youth Tour and have the Washington, D.C. experience. For your younger students in the 6th grade wanting to spread their wings, Touchstone Energy Camp is perfect for them. We can't forget the young artists in the family. Students of all ages can submit their artwork to the Cooperative Calendar Art Contest. Did I mention it's all free? Find out more information or apply at www.remcsteuben.com.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Autocraft Auto Body. From the classics to the contemporary, they repair them all. Collision repair, frame repair, custom paint and body. They even restore the classics and remind you that you get to choose who repairs your damaged car, not your insurance company. Call Autocraft Auto Body at 1001 South Wayne Street in Angola. Give Robert Jamie a buzz, 260-665-0077. Back to a three-point ball game, 14-11 after the touchdown of the two-point conversion by Garrett. And boy, if you're Angola, you'd feel a whole lot better if you could get some points off of this possession. As Garrett showed they can strike with big play capability, and that was a big hit. Buzzard picked up the football, and he was hit hard by Alex Guzman.
Hornets take over, first down.
And it'll be Angola ball. They'll spot it, let's see, about the 32-33 yard line. Ravis takes the snap, handoff Hasselman. Up the middle to the 35, maybe the 36.
Run by number 24, Hasselman. Tackled by number 28.
Spotted just across the 35, just shy of the 36, so it'll be second down at about 8. Long drive and points. That would be exactly what the doctor ordered for Angola here. Let's see if they can pick up the prescription. Fake to Hasselman. Ravis rolls out, throws over far side, and that's incomplete, and a late flag comes down.
Davis's pass is incomplete. There is a flag on the play.
Well, that flag is, it could be an illegal man downfield. I'm not sure. That's what it is.
Penalty is an eligible man downfield, Angola.
That's the bad part about a play taking so long to develop. The linemen a lot of times can't see what's going on behind them. They just know when it should be time to release. It's a 5-yard penalty, and it makes it second down and 13. Still a long way to go. We've got 9 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Believe it or not, we played the first quarter in about 17 minutes. Here's Davidson on the end around on the jet sweep. Cuts it back to the inside. He's got a nice gain on second and 13.
Run by number 1.
And the crowd wanting the flag for a little extracurricular activity, but nothing there.
The result of the play.
And he did pick up the first down. Needed 13, and they give him 15. So first and 10, they spotted at the 43. Davidson again comes in motion. They fake the jet sweep, and Ravis keeps the football. There's nothing there. In fact, may have lost a yard.
15, Ravis, tackled by number 62, Hunt, brings up second down.
Should timeouts come into play, Angola is still with 2 timeouts. Garrett has all 3 of their second half timeouts. And the Hornets really content to take their time getting the play in and letting the clock run down to 8:17. Ravis takes the snap on second and 11. Throws over to the near side of the field, and that's caught. That is Rupel, and he's out of bounds. And it'll make it third and much more manageable now for Angola from their own 48. (14-11), not in every Friday night score that you see. 3rd down and 5. Angola doesn't pick up the first down here. It'd be interesting to see what they elect to do. Now they're going to take their second timeout of the half. That'll leave them with 1 remaining with 8:05 to play here in the 4th. Hornets lead the Railroaders 14-11. We're back after this. You're watching high school football on Hometown Media.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Tired of
It'll be Angola looking at a 3rd down and 5 out of the timeout. We're down to 8:05 to play here in the 4th quarter. Angola with a 14-11 lead. And it's going to be interesting to see what they draw up here on 3rd and 5, because you want the clock to run, but you need to pick up the first down as well. They've got Rupel and Gruner. They're going to line up on the far side of the field. Davidson in the slot to the near side. He goes in motion. They fake the jet sweep. They clear out that side, and Niles Knox makes the catch, and he's got the first down. A big catch for a first down from sophomore Niles Knox. That'll move the chain, and now we've got a flag, and that's going to be against the Garrett sideline. And that's going to tack 15 more onto that play. That's going to be an unsportsmanlike against Garrett. Let's see. So a sideline warning is what the call was against Garrett. Should have speculated.
It'll be first down, Hornets.
So just the sideline warning. Angola keeps the ball after the first down catch from Knox. Under 8 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. Dollar to a donut. This one's going to Hasselman. They fake the jet sweep to Davidson. The give is to Hasselman, and he drags defenders across the 40 to the 39, and now another late penalty against Garrett.
Run by Hasselman. Flag on the play.
Yeah, a little extra shove that time from Chase Egley. And that will add 15 to the end of the run. That is the 4th personal foul called against the Railroaders tonight.
After the play, personal foul, Garrett.
And that one stings for the Railroaders a little bit, as it's going to put the ball all the way up to the 24-yard line. They'll wind the clock as we go under 7.5 to play. Starting to turn into a nice time-consuming drive for Angola. And the give again is to Hasselman, and he is. Garrett saying there was a fumble. Officials say no. Again, it's Hasselman looking for a hole, and he is going to be stopped right at the 20.
Run by number 24, Hasselman.
That'll leave Angola with a third down and about 6. As we work our way to the 6-minute mark here in this fourth quarter. Official spot comes just shy of the 20. Angola needs to get to about the 14 to pick up the first down. I would assume 4-down territory. I don't know if you want to take the chance on the field goal at this point. We'll see. This is Davidson, and there's just nothing there. Tried a jump cut and was hit just as he made it. And now it'll be decision time for Angola at 4th and 6.
Brings up 4th down, Hornets.
You try to kick the field goal. Do you go for it? Looks like they're going to go for it. Ball spotted at the 23. Coming up on under 5.5 to play. 4th down and 9. Ravis will work out of the gun. They sent Davidson in motion. Ravis rolls out, looks downfield, and nothing there, and he's sacked back at the 31-yard line. And that's where Garrett's going to take over 1st and 10 with 5:06 to play and a chance for a game-winning drive.
28-yard line. Garrett will take over on downs.
So now if you're Angola, the lead is up to your defense to protect now. 5:06 to play here in the 4th. Bush will work out of the gun, rolls out to the near side, looking to run and leans forward. And then a flag came down, I believe. That might be a chop block.
7. Bush, we do have a flag on the play.
It will be a hold.
Penalty is holding on Garrett.
So that'll be 10 yards. And we're under 5 minutes to play at 4:59. And that's going to put the football all the way back inside the 20. They'll spot it with the nose of the football at about the 19-yard line. Bush to throw, lets it go left side, intended for Hogel. It's incomplete.
Pass is incomplete to number 8, Hogel. Brings up 2nd down.
It'll be 2nd down and 19 now. Clock stops with 4:41 to go. Bush rolls out, and the shovel passes. I started to shovel pass it and kept it, and then he was sacked. As Hasselman gets credit for the sack, and it's going to be 3rd down and forever. Ball all the way back inside the 15. And now a late flag has come in for this. I think it's going to be a sideline warning against Angola, maybe.
Sideline warning Angola.
Now we've seen a little bit of everything tonight. Third down and 23. And Bush is knocked down just across the 15 at about the 16. And I can't imagine Garrett trying to go for it here. They're going to try to turn it over to their defense and get the ball back.
Number 70, Eric Nielsen.
Nielsen gets credit
Down, Garrett.
with the tackle.
Back to punt for Garrett is number 45, Egley.
That's away a nice punt. And it will die across the 50 and about the Angola 49-yard line. Garrett still with all three timeouts. Angola is down to a single timeout with 3:28 to play here in the ball game.
It'll be 1st and 10, Hornets.
You've got to figure those Railroader timeouts are going to come into play pretty quick as they aim to try and get the ball back. But a first down or two by Angola could be all the Hornets need to get out of here with a win. That's big that Garrett has all of their timeouts here in the second half. Here's Hasselman looking for the corner. Flag comes down and Hasselman run out of bounds.
24, Hasselman with the run. We do have a penalty flag on the play.
Officials having a conversation. They've had lots of these tonight. A holding and a blindside block penalty against Angola.
Two penalties against Angola, holding and a blindside block.
Which one did you take and which one did you decline? Oh, my Lord. Well, after all that, we'll settle for that. It'll be first down for Angola. It'll be 1st and 20. And Hasselman reverses back to the direction that he came from, and he's got a decent gain on first down.
24, Hasselman.
Not going to get it all, but one of Angola's big objectives right now is how much time can you run off the clock. We're under 3 minutes to play, and Garrett's still hanging on to all three of their timeouts. A little bit of a low snap, handoff to Hasselman. Big hole up the middle, back close to the original line of scrimmage. And now they'll have to blow the play dead. And
run by number 24, Hasselman.
And now I think Garrett's going to finally take one of those timeouts.
Timeout, Garrett.
Comes with 2:07 to play here in the ball game. That'll leave the Railroaders with 2. Angola leads it 14-11. Back after this on Hometown Media.
This is where I work.
But this place,
It's also where I live.
Sometimes people talk about a community hospital.
and what they mean is a destination, a street address.
But here it's deeper than that.
Here, community is not about a place.
It's about people.
People who want help living healthier lives.
And the people helping them get there.
The true destination is health.
And that's why now it's in our name.
Are you ready to join the Triton Metal Products starting lineup? You could be a Triton if you have grit, a strong work ethic, and you're ready to make a meaningful difference in your life. Triton offers excellent pay, great benefits, and we will train you. Join an elite team of minds plus machines. Apply now at tritonmp.com/careers.
Third down and 11 for Angola. Davidson goes in motion, low snap, and Angola just has to fall on it. And that's going to bring up a fourth down, and Garrett will use their second timeout.
Fourth down.
So they're going to get the football back with a lot of time left.
Timeout, Garrett.
2:03 on the clock, so you figure by the time Angola runs the play and the punt, Garrett's probably going to be looking at somewhere around 1:50 left on the clock after they get the ball when Angola punts it away. We're back in a minute. You're watching high school football on Hometown Media.
Welcome to Sports Stop, located in the Lakeland Commons in Fremont, one of the largest sports cards and memorabilia shops in the state of Indiana, specializing in sports cards, Pokemon, Loricana, signed and unsigned memorabilia, and more.
Angola will punt out of the timeout as the Hornets face a fourth down and 17. Garrett just used their second timeout of the half. That leaves both teams with one timeout. 2:03 to play. Angola hanging on to a 14-11 lead, and might look at a 14-11 score and think, well, that wasn't a very exciting game. That's not the case tonight. This has been a really good football game. There's a snap to buzzer, and Garrett really loaded up and came after it. It'll bounce and take an Angola roll, and that's going to roll inside the 20, inside the 15, and it is going to come to rest at the 10-yard line. What a punt from Landon Buzzard.
Buzzard's punt rolls down to the 10-yard line.
So Garrett will have to navigate 90 yards in 1:47 with a single timeout. It was the best punt of the year for Landon Buzzard. Tyler Bush will go out of the gun, and they run it left side. That's a gain of 5.
Handoff to 32, fielded, tackled by number 44.
And Garrett's going to have to hustle right back to the line of scrimmage. We're down to 1.5 to go. We got some precious seconds ticking away off that clock. Down to 1:20 as they finally haven't even got to the line of scrimmage yet. Now they do. Down to 1:15. And Bush is going to take this one and run it out of bounds, but they're going to look at a third down play coming up here. Obviously, 4-down territory for Garrett.
Brings up third down.
And now you figure a 3rd down and 5. For any chance to win, Garrett would seemingly have to have some kind of explosive play, or they pick up a big chunk of yardage, because we're down to the point of the game now where Angola would let him nickel and dime it to death right now at 5 or 6 yards of play. And they'll keep it on the ground straight up the middle, and that's a big hole, and that may have been the big play Garrett needed to breathe a little bit of life into him. Out across the 30 all the way to the 35-yard line. That was Aiden Reed. And the clock stops to move the chains with 1:04 left. That's been their bread and butter all night. Garrett running the football. Bush to throw, now chased by Knox, and he's just going to let it go out of bounds.
Bush's pass is incomplete. Pressured by number 34, Knox. Second down.
It'll be second down and 10. We're down to 47 seconds to play. Garrett so far has been able to hang on to that last time out in case they need it. Aiden Reed is the running back. We got 3 wide receivers, 2 near side, 1 to the far side. And it looked like a receiver got an early jump, and it's nearly picked off. Davidson almost timed that out and jumped the route. But it'll bring up a 3rd and 10.
Third down.
And judging by Dallas's reaction when he hit the ground, he thought he should have had it. Flags flying everywhere. There's nobody home on that throw.
Bush's pass is incomplete. Penalty markers on the field.
False start. Angola declines. Down to 38 seconds. That'll bring up 4th down and 10. It's 4th down and game now for Garrett. They don't pick up 10 yards, game's over. This has been a really hard-fought physical game on both sides. Bush will work under center with 38 seconds left. Railroaders need 10 to keep the drive alive, and the flags fly again.
Penalty markers on the field.
This has been one of the more penalized games we've seen all season. And it's going to be another false start, I believe, against Garrett as the Railroaders are walking backwards again. And that would make it 4th down and 15. So now it'll be 4th down and 15. And this place is going bonkers. Crowd a little bit smaller with the number of people that got out of town early for fall break next week, but still a pretty good vocal crowd on both sides. Bush under center. Takes the snap, rolls, looks downfield, under pressure, and sacked, and that's the ball game. There to get the sack for Angola was Owen Shull. The freshman comes up with a game-winning sack. And now the Hornets will be able to kill the clock with 31 seconds left. I want to thank everyone for sticking with us after some troubles we had with the Wi-Fi last week. Out of all the technology, the 5Gs, the Wi-Fi, we went to a 9-year-old hotspot tonight. and a flawless broadcast. At least the video portion. Victory formation for Angola, and that'll do it. That's going to do it. Angola will let the clock run out. Hornets get back to 4-4. Garrett will fall to 3-5. And this was a hard-fought win. It didn't matter which way it went. This was a very hard-fought game tonight between Angola and Garrett, but the Hornets win it by a final score of 14-11. Angola will wrap up the regular season 1 week from tonight when they travel to Eastside to take on the Blazers. Our Triton Metal Products player of the game, let's give it to the freshman, Owen Shull. Made several big tackles tonight, but none bigger than the tackle and the sack right there at the end that sealed the victory for the Angola Hornets. So Owen Shull, your Triton Metals player of the game. Final score, Angola 14 and Garrett 11. Thanks for tuning in tonight with our 9-year-old hotspot and allowed us to do this broadcast. It's been a blast. We look forward to seeing you